Hello there, Big Benedict here. We're playing Gears of War 2, and this is my insane difficulty guide and walkthrough. We're currently on Act 2-6. It is entitled Intestinal Fortitude. This is a interesting, irreverent chapter. I don't mind it too much. You just need to be careful on these that you don't overextend yourself. Make sure that you definitely wait until these come down, those obstacles. And on these, you always have to keep roadie running. Don't stop. Like right here, don't stop or you will die. But on those first ones, it looks like they don't have as much range as they actually do. So just be careful. And then on this next coming section, you can pick up the Gorgon pistol if you like. But over here, again, it's just like jumping once, waiting, jumping once. There's a little startup time, or wind-up time, you might say, to the roadie run. So you just have to bear that in mind as you're doing this. It's got plenty of checkpoints. We're in the Riftworm, in case you don't know what's going on here. Those polyps can just be ran past. You're going to see those throughout. This is the part where you're running from the debris that's getting flushed through its system here. For the most part, it's straightforward. Don't, of course, touch the spikes at all. You get killed very quickly. You need to take a sharp right up here, and then you are going to be shooting a seal here. So I just blind fire, and then just press up against it, holding the A button, waiting for it to come down, and then I'll sprint through it. And you don't get a checkpoint until the end, but it's pretty decent. I mean, they give you plenty of time. It can kind of be awkward when the polyps are running around. Sometimes they can block you. Sometimes Baird can fucking block you. Get out of my way. It's so annoying. Don't you hate that when that happens? But for the most part, your teammates should fend off or at least distract those polyps. And you don't have to shoot them. If you're shooting them, you're just wasting time, and you're going to get killed by the debris that's chasing you. Right here, you want to shoot the truck. It'll fall down, and its underside will serve as a bridge to the next area. And, of course, you have to be using the chainsaw. They start you off with the chainsaw because you can't just punch through these sheets of gauze and the membranes and things like that. You have to use the chainsaw. So this should be the last part. Now, there is another Gorgon pistol over here. I just don't like using the Gorgon pistol. See, there's two ways to go here. To the right is a dead end, I believe. I just remember going there on my first playthrough. On these, you have to shoot the acid that's being sprayed out of its nozzle. Once you shoot the right one here, you want to hug the right wall there and you won't get hit. So this one, you just want to shoot it real quick, run, and then, run and jump, and then stay here for a moment. You have a brief moment where you have a safe moment. Of course, I had to roll to the right because it's omnidirectional. But on this one, you want to shoot the first one here. And I believe it's the same deal. Shoot it, roll and run, stop for a moment, shoot this. You've got to be pretty accurate, and they don't give you much time to avoid the areas on the ground that can kill you. Also, these puddles of acid over here, do not touch those, because I do not see a checkpoint here, and I remember going in that water. It looks like water, but it's acid or something, and you definitely will die there. So that nozzle shooting part's hard enough. Down here, I did die. I wanted to have this all without any edits, but unfortunately, I did die down here. You're going to be running through these tunnels. If you get hit by the polyps, you take damage, but they should be staying out of your way if you're running fast enough. Now, as you're running down these halls, if you see a black sheet at the end, you need to go a different direction. I believe this is all pretty much the same direction every time, but it's really easy for it to look like it's never ending and you're going in a different direction. Just remember, black is not good. You want to go towards the light sources. And then this should be the final area where we're going to be cutting the ventricles. Are they called ventricles? I'm not sure. But do you see how you hopped down from one level to the next? That doesn't happen much in these earlier gears. There's like you can't, if you're on a street doing a battle, you can't like jump up to the bed of a truck like you can in Gears 4. So they added a lot of different elements of transferring from level to level in the later games. But in these earlier ones, like only the pre-scripted ones can you jump down and up from. I mean, I don't say that it's drastic what they do in the later games. But anyway, this is the first of 3 hearts that the Riftworm has. Once you sever they're called arteries, huh? Arteries. Sorry about that. Whatever they are. But once you sever them, you're going to have one of the body parts moving up so that you can proceed. And it is always timed as well, so you don't want to take too long because you'll drown in the blood. The hardest part of this whole chapter for me, I think it was shooting those nozzles, that nozzle part, because I'm not the best aim in the world, and it just was a bad time for me. The running down those misty, acidy halls, that was difficult too. But this is the second heart. It's got 3 arteries. The first had 2. This one has 3. The final one, the third and final one, will have 2. They're easy though. They're on either side of it. It doesn't give you a point of interest, so you are going to have to look around and know where you're going. But overall, I think this is a nice, fun little chapter. As I mentioned in the beginning, it's a little irreverent, kind of silly, but it's fun. It is. I mean, it's a little frustrating on some of the obstacles, but I think it overall works. It's not my favorite chapter, but I don't loathe it. Anyway, this is the final heart. There's, like I said, these are the arteries on each side of it. And then that'll take care of Act 2. This is a long campaign, and that's good because a lot of games, they just, even the ones that are kind of long, you want them to be over fast, but not with this. This one, it really makes up for what it does in a good way. And anyway, I will see you in the 3rd act. Thank you for watching the walkthrough, and I'm hoping it's helping you out. And we will see each other next in the 3rd act. So until then, please take care.